Hey, Tom.
G'day.
How you doing?
I'm great.
That's good.
Look at the surroundings.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to our place.
There's something magical going on around here.
It's Chino.
Chino knows it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome to the bus, and thanks for joining us for Magellan's Mates. What are we going to play first?
I was thinking we go straight into my Yeehaw song. It's the first track off my album, my first solo album.
Woohoo.
It's called Cyclone. It's about just stepping into the great unknown.
Nice.
So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. When does the album come out? by the way?
20th of February.
All right.
Yeah.
Go and
Who
check
knows
it out.
what's ahead?
Yeah.
Rockhampton hangover.
Probably.
Well, I'm heading out to the great unknown, mama. I ain't scared anymore. Maybe just a little, heading out to the great cyclone where I ain't unknown anymore. And I'm in the middle. Give me something I can lean into. Give me something I can run right through. I've been called down a different lane. Something's brewing like a hurricane. Nothing like a dark cloud hanging over. In her wind I will surrender. Well, I'm heading out to the great unknown, mama. I ain't scared anymore. Maybe just a little, heading out to the great cyclone where I ain't unknown anymore. And I'm in the middle. Sweat dripping down my cheek. I need real life blisters on my hands and feet. When the going gets tough, gotta grab it good. I wouldn't back out now even if I could. Nothing like a dark cloud hanging over. In her wind I will surrender. Well, I'm heading out to the great unknown, mama. I ain't scared anymore. Maybe just a little, heading out to the great cyclone where I ain't unknown anymore. And I'm in the middle. Yeah, I'm in the middle. In the middle. Well, I'm heading out to the great unknown, mama. I ain't scared anymore. Maybe just a little. Heading out to the great cyclone where I ain't unknown. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. Yeah, beautiful.
Nice. That's a great track.
Shredding up. You have to teach me some of that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll start with some jazz licks.
I was going to say, we'll start with about 5 years of rehearsal and consistency.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me play. I got a couple of questions for you.
Yeah, shoot.
Okay, first one is, what is the funniest or one of the funniest things that's happened on tour?
We've had a lot of funny stuff happen. This one's like, it's a proper crude, crass, pathetic kind of thing that makes everyone laugh.
Yeah.
It involves our mate Pete Murray.
Oh, yeah.
And it was our first ever tour with Busby Marou, just coming out of Rockhampton. Was so excited, playing to crowds for the first time.
Yeah.
And all the shows were sold out. And we had a bass player. He was the most well-mannered bass player in the history. He didn't drink. He's just a wonderful human being.
Wow.
Just
Well-mannered bass player.
Oh, mate, he was just he's awesome human.
Yeah.
Just never done anything wrong. Anyway, we also had a manager that was quite tall, dark hair. Big shout out to Jonesy. And he looked from behind, I can imagine he looked a little bit like Pete Murray. Tall, dark and handsome, right?
Yeah.
You can see where this is going. Anyway, on this particular gig at, I think it was Trelgalong, is that how you say that? Down in Victoria.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Anyway, there was no green room. We were going back to Melbourne to stay.
Yeah.
There was just a room upstairs that we're all sharing. And Pete had just finished sound check and he's laying down on the couch with his, black hair kind of popping up.
Yeah.
And our bass player has come up the stairs behind him and completely out of character, thinking it was our manager, has kinked his leg and farted right into Pete Murray's face.
Amazing.
And then turned around and kinked his fist and Pete's nowhere to go, just between his ass and... and he was mortified for the look on. The funniest thing for us, God, it was funny. Are we going to get kicked off this tour straight away? And Pete's just like this, are you kidding me, mate? The bloke's turned around. His name's Mike Cavendish. Points his fist fingers like that. And just the look in his face when he realises it's Pete Murray. I'm so sorry. So we just laughed and laughed. We haven't stopped laughing about that. That was 20 years ago, I think, 15 years ago. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, actually. Yep. So.
That's great.
P forgave us straight away. We stayed on, did the tour, and but stupid things like that. I mean, we've had lots of things that go wrong. That Jeremy falling asleep in the middle of radio interviews, snoring.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
All sorts of stuff, but that one has just it's just been etched into our memory.
Yeah, that must have been a really good interview. To fall asleep.
It was the most boring interview in the world. And we'd had a big night, of course, early days, not learning from our, bad behaviour. And we just had a huge night in Tasmania. And then we had our promo girl come down and take us all around to these regional remote interviews. And oh, man, it was an old fella behind the wheel at a community radio station. And it was pretty hard to keep awake. But Jeremy, I was in mid-story, telling a story, and I could hear.
That's amazing.
He'd fallen asleep right on the microphone.
That's great. Must have been a bit dry, the interview.
It was very dry. Then the thing is, after that, the bloke said, "Okay, what song are you going to play?" And we said, whatever the song was. And he went, "No worries." And he pressed record. And then as we started, he just got up and left and went and got a cup of tea.
Oh, amazing.
So we were playing to no one in this radio.
That's great.
Anyway, fun times.
Yeah. What is a highlight of your career so far?
Oh, plenty of highlights. There's a couple that I'll just pull out. Our first really massive headline hometown gig at our hometown of Rockhampton. Yeah. We started playing in Rocky, playing at this tiny little pub, back when we didn't know that this was going to be a career. Yeah. And what was happening was it was a, just a groundswell of home ground kind of a crowd growing, and it was growing from the inside out, and it was growing for no other reason but it was real. Yeah. We had no idea that, of the hurdles ahead. Yeah. And, we're just doing it because we loved it. And so when we kind of broke into the music scene and started doing our touring, and we finally came back to do our first big show. Yeah. It was enormous. It was, I think, 2,500 or 2,800 people at the Great Western Hotel. It was just Jeremy and I, no band, just a duo. And it was just it was, our parents were there. We had some kids there, Jeremy's kids, and our brothers and cousins and best friends. And it was just real emotional. It was wow, maybe, it was only then, it was maybe we could be doing this for a living, Yeah. And then Big Red Bash, I can't remember the year. It was a few years back. Busby Marou played and Midnight Oil was headlining. Nice. And the night before, Peter Garrett found us at the Birdsville pub. Yeah. Made a beeline for us, and he's like, "Boys, I want you to sing on stage with us tomorrow." Wow. And we shared the stage with Midnight Oil, one of the greatest ever live bands. Yeah. At one of, if not the greatest music festival, in front of 10,000 people singing Treaty, which is such an amazing song, written by Paul Kelly as well, which was, all the stars aligned, and it was just an amazing night. And there's a photo of just both of us screaming into Peter Garrett's eyes, as we were on stage. So I found that.
That's
and I'm
amazing.
Going to frame that to the pill room one of these days.
Yeah, definitely. They're both very incredible moments. Gina, up down, come on. He's freaking out because he wants to get down. Especially like starting out, having that sort of backing from your hometown.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What a feeling.
Big time. And like a lot of Rocky cops, a lot of, heat.
Yeah.
We're talking off camera. It's an interesting town. I'm very proud, extremely proud of where we come from. And there was just not one bit tall poppy syndrome for us. It was just everyone wanted us to go well. And we weren't too big for our boots. I'm the youngest of 8 kids, and Jeremy's from a massive family too. So if we we'd soon be pulled back down the ground. But it was just, I think it was really beautiful just to know that everyone wanted us to go well. Because you do have that from time to time of people, particularly in Australia, feeling like, you're going well, they want to chip you down. And just never had it. We've never had it. And I'm very, very we're very thankful for that.
Yeah, that's great. And that's awesome. That, I don't know. It means a lot when people where you come from are backing you.
Yeah, totally.
So that's very cool.
Yeah, and the crowds are still awesome back there too.
Yeah, that's great. So a little bit of a deeper question for you this time. Why do you do what you do? You said it started as like kind of not really, you didn't think it'd be a career. It was just what you did for fun. But what keeps you going?
Well, the best thing about it is I did it back then before I knew there was a career, and I had no stress about, whether it's mortgage or rent or trying to be successful in it. Yeah. There was none of that. So I did it then because it made me happy. Yeah. Like it made me so happy. Writing, seeing the look on people's faces, just, a little spring in my step. And it's funny that you asked that question right now because my family, I've got 4 young kids. We're on a big journey at the moment, a big shift in our life.
Yep.
Somewhere along the line, we always thought, my wife and I, when we get married, we're going to do Willie Nelson and family and band and cruise around and play campfires every night. And then obviously life gets lifey. Mm-hmm. And you got mortgage and you're keeping up the Joneses and you want the nice cars and you want to do renos and you want to do, like, everything just changes and you can't have your cake and eat it too, you know what I mean? Like, and you just kind of it got away from us. We had 4 kids and then life was like we were ships in the night. And so recording my album over in Texas, took the family over, pulled them out of school, didn't know what was going to happen. We were like, do we have to sell the house? Do we have to, is she going to lose a job? What does it all mean?
How long were you gone for?
2 months, but we were like willing to stay longer. Her family are there. And we came back home and quite quickly got straight back into that old program. And that's when we're here at the Fingal Caravan Park now. And that's where we're living right now. Yeah. And that's where we are really happy together. Yeah. And we realise that we're happy anywhere.
Yeah, that's how we feel.
Pretty much, and our kids are so much like, and I'm not being biased by saying this, but they are so much better for it. I'm not saying they're better than other kids, but their behaviour here, because they're outdoors, they're riding bikes, they're surfing, they're at the beach, they're climbing trees, they're playing spotlight, they're doing kids stuff. Yeah. There's hardly any reception too, so there's no point getting on the iPad, Yeah. And they're just better. Yeah. And so we're giving them something good. We know that. We're still in the middle of a, ships in the night scenario because I'm still away touring. My wife's working, but and going back to your question, is I was trying to do something during the Busby Marou break that I thought was helping my family and my extended family, my dad's business. I was trying to get back in and help them do building, asbestos demolition, and I was like, oh, this is good. The family need this, and this will be good for my family. And I didn't know this, but I was miserable. Yeah. I was miserable.
You didn't know. When did you find out? What made you realise?
I was just thinking I was doing the right thing. I was obviously having a break from Busby Marou, and this was about to happen as well. But I just was so focused on, I don't know what it was. I was just a bit lost. I lost my dad as well a couple of years ago. Yeah. So I was a bit lost, and my wife said, you're not happy, and why aren't you just playing guitar? Why are you doing this? Yeah. She's like, I'm trying to take pressure off us and help the family legacy. I didn't know what I was doing really. She said, but no one in this family is happy unless you're happy.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And I'm only happy when I'm playing music. And so to answer your question, that is why I do it.
Yeah.
And even more so now, because I tried to do other things recently, and I've tried to, I've been on this crazy journey, and I was like, wow, what's important? And it's not, obviously I've got to be financially stable for the kids to, there's 4 of them. But most importantly, I have to be happy, because when I'm happy, everyone is back there is happy, and there's no one's walking on eggshells, and everyone's just absorbed with love and life. And so, yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Because I've tried doing other stuff too that wasn't music, and I don't know. It's like there's a hole.
Oh, big time. And it wasn't I was trying to do like anything as opposed to music. I was thinking, try to do it with it. But like anything, if you're going to pick something, go all in and work your ass off.
Yeah.
And I've been saying that for a long time, so it's funny that I actually tried. It's strange that I tried to do something else. I don't know. Yeah, so it was a really good lesson, because I needed to know that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people, I look at people and I'm like, you're not living your, like what you could, like your potential is up here, but you're just limiting yourself.
Yeah.
And like, or not even limiting, it's just like, I know you want to do that thing.
So
why are you not doing that thing?
It's a lot of fear out there.
Yeah.
And that's normal. And, good luck to the brave.
Yeah. Is it like, I feel like there's a borderline that's very, very thin between brave and crazy. Because I feel crazy a lot of the time.
Oh, my wife calls me crazy. In fact, I've got a song called Crazy.
We'll play that another time. So, what are some of your influences? Because you mentioned a few names when you were when you were over in Texas recording, but who are some of your musical influences? Yeah,
well, of course, Ben Coella produced my album over in Texas, and he's like an American indie icon. I've loved him forever, because he's got this very much indie rock and roll, but there's this a real undertone of country, and he's just got this amazing positive energy and positive happiness that I now know in real life. That comes through in his music, and I was hoping before I met him that it was that. It was as real as that. And so I now even love his music more, because I know how authentic it is to his personality. So I'll throw him in there, because he's been very pivotal for my solo career. But from a songwriting point of view, of course, Paul Kelly's been huge for me. I've done a tour with him, and I was side stage the whole time watching and learning. Yeah. It was awesome. And I love his journey as well. It wasn't like he was straight to big time. He was kind of like this.
True.
The roller coaster ride, and he just consistency. And now, he's reaping the rewards, and he's not even that type of guy that wants the rewards. He's an artist. Yeah. So I love that. And Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Creedence Clearwater.
Nice.
I love all that. And Neil Finn's, one of my all-time favorite songwriters.
Yeah. Listening to you, I mean, because I've listened to your music since I was 18, like I said before, back when I lived in Rockhampton for a bit. That kind of makes sense. Like the people that are your influences, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. And it's really interesting, like asking people that question, because even like we've had Queenie, there's a blues singer from Melbourne, and her influences, once I heard them, they're kind of pretty diverse, but it's like she's got all that just in this little package, like a bit of everybody. Totally. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And look, the thing is with Jeremy from the other half of Busby Marou, his influences are chalk and cheese to mine, always have been.
True.
In fact, we would fight early on, because I would be trying to show him, whatever it was, might be Tom Petty or Bruce Springsteen, and he would always be like, oh, you're trying to show me arty music. I'm like, it's not arty. This is real music. And then he would be pushing on to me like Keith Urban and Brad Paisley.
Oh, true.
All these American country artists that at the time, and even more, that I didn't even know. I'm like, little did I know they were massive, absolutely massive overseas. But what he loved about that, and I now have learnt to appreciate everything he loves, and likewise for him. But it's the guitaring and the entertainment with the guitar that made him feel happy. And so, if you go now listen to Busby Marou and you hear those influences where you hear in a crowded house, and the guitaring is like there's a bit of Keith Urban in amongst this,
Yeah.
you know, Queensland Sunshine acoustic album. So without his influences and my influences, we wouldn't have been able to create this sound. And
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, of course, he's got all the Torres Strait Islander influences as well, you know, the traditional harmonies and things. So that's, you know, that's a big key for our music.
Yeah, cool. The last question I've got for you is what's coming up next? Because you mentioned your album out in February.
Yeah.
Do you have shows coming up next year that you know about?
Absolutely. Yeah, my album, it's called Rockhampton Hangover.
Yeah, how is it? That's cool.
I'm happy I finally can announce that, 20th of February. So my very debut, first debut. So, and then I'm playing at Monday Bash, Big Red Bash. I hope this has been announced by the time this comes out, but Denny Ute Muster. I'll be doing that also with Busby Marou. And there's a bunch of other festivals that are probably announced right now that, you know, I'm hoping, you know, we'll know a little bit more. But there will be some pretty special shows with Busby Marou as well. We're talking about going back and playing our debut album because it's 15-year anniversary.
Yeah, true.
And we didn't get to do anything on the 10-year because of COVID. So we're going to maybe come back out and do a celebration of that record.
Amazing. Back in Rocky.
I reckon we'd have to do that. Yeah, Yeppoon, Rocky, Cap Coast, and then, you know, maybe some other little locations.
Nice. That sounds great.
Cool.
Sounds like a really good year.
Yeah.
Well, before we finish, what's the next song we're going to play?
Well, it's called My Senses.
Yep.
And I don't ever tell the story to it because it's a bit long, but just coincidentally, you asked me that question, why do I play music? And I tell you that story about me trying to do other things because I thought I was doing the right thing, and it was my wife pulling me to the side and, you know, giving me the hard truth.
She's a good lady.
She pulled me to my senses.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
and that is exactly what the song's about.
All right.
Here I go again, I'm setting goals I can't reach. Goddamn adventures. Who'd have thought that something for the soul would break me? I'm down in the trenches and I'm looking at you sitting there a million miles away, and I need you right now. Help me come to my senses. So sorry we've been drowned out by the noise, non-stop home demolition. And it's been a while since I felt your voice pick me up. And here's my admission, I'm talking at you sitting there a million miles away, and I need you right now. Help me come to my senses. I know this ain't easy, the way I've been lately must drive you crazy. I know that I need you when it's all in my head, when I can't find my way through. Yeah, help me come to my senses. Here I go again, the same old song. You help me come to my senses.